Hi, welcome to Hearthside Chats. I hope you guys are all safe and healthy and settling into a rhythm that's getting you through the new lifestyle. So today we're going to be talking about the severe blow that coronavirus is dealing to the plane manufacturers and airlines. I went on Expedia this morning, and a one-way flight from New York to Los Angeles is only $134. And it's not just one airline. Delta, Alaskan, American, JetBlue all had this price. It's getting really bad. All the social distancing precautions that are being initiated around the world have brought the flight demand close to zero. In fact, it's gotten so bad that several airline companies are applying for grants from the U.S. Treasury to support them through what looks to be some barren months of low demand approaching. The federal government will usually give a grant, which is a sum of money used for funding, to the organizations they believe provide a service very essential to the productivity of society. And airlines right now seem to be falling into this category because the government's really considering all their grant applications. Now, although money for loans and payroll support directed towards airlines was included in the recent $2 trillion stimulus package, this level of support still doesn't seem to be sufficient enough to alleviate all the impacts of the coronavirus. In fact, RavnAir, a regional Alaskan airline, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on April 5th. American Airlines is reducing its international seat capacity by 75%, and Norwegian Air is temporarily laying off 90% of its workforce. These are all efforts to cushion the inevitable losses approaching. And every single one of these airlines, and many more, are pleading with the Trump administration to consider them for financial support. So thinking about this, several questions come to mind. How far will this go? Like, which companies should receive support, and which companies will be able to recover from these disruptions without or with support? And the pandemic is also dealing a huge blow to the workers of airports and airlines. According to the Department of Labor, there are about 460,000 jobs in the U.S. airline industry alone. Airlines such as Cathay Pacific have asked all of their employees to take temporarily reduced pay or unpaid vacations. Some are reducing work hours or limiting their hiring. But they're all working to balance protecting their workers with supporting their airport networks and their resource needs. Pilot and labor unions around the world are initiating calls to action, urging their governments to cover worker pay and extend loans to airports and airlines in order to protect all the jobs that are involved in this huge industry. Within the sea of uncertainty, the future of airlines and their employees is becoming more certain. The Center for Aviation warned that most airlines are going to be bankrupt by the end of May. So governments around the world will need to answer some difficult questions about prioritization. How much money should be given, and how should it be allocated? One analyst says legacy carriers, which are the older airlines that offer the higher quality services, they're the ones that are most likely to be prioritized rather than the budget airlines. I believe it is inevitable that there's going to be some significant losses in the airline industry. But let's all hope for the best as our society moves through the pandemic and all of its impacts. Thanks for listening to Hearthside Chats.